Hey guys, just going to make a note here that I am live, let everybody know. Hey guys, hey Jordan. Yes, actually, I did see that. Actually, I've been following it for the last hour. I've been following a YouTube video of a meteorologist that I follow, watching the storms that they come in on the northern side of Chicago. And I think the tornado threat for Chicago is over for the night. But there's still a lot of severe weather out there in Illinois. Right now, for those that are here in the room, I'm planning on being live here for probably at least 2 or 3 hours. So feel free to come and go as you want. Right now, the main reason why I jumped on live now is because there are a couple severe thunderstorms just on the edge of the Missouri-Kansas line that will soon be crossing over into Bates County. That's what you're seeing right here on the screen. We've got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings as well as a couple of special weather statements. So I am watching these two. We are expecting a lot more thunderstorms to start erupting out here in eastern Kansas and move across into Missouri tonight. Right now, these two are the two big ones right now. And being this early in the evening, as well as being kind of isolated storms, I am watching for any rotation. The tornado threat is very small. However, with these individual supercells, with the heat of the day and all the energy, these are the type of cells that could produce a tornado. I am expecting a large complex of storms to be coming in, probably here the next 2 to 3 hours across west central Missouri. The Storm Prediction Center did put out, I did post it a little bit ago. We do have, they are expecting more thunderstorms here over the next hour or two. They are expecting to issue a severe thunderstorm watch that will encompass all of west central Missouri. That will probably go on for the next probably 2 to 4 hours. So I'm just kind of waiting for them to issue this severe thunderstorm watch, and then I'll get it out on social media. So again, I'm going to be live for quite some time. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer. I am going to be watching west central Missouri as well as the Kansas City area, and for our friends down south around Springfield. I do have some family down in Aurora as well. So I'll be watching the whole picture. As I zoom out on this right now, as you can see, there's really not a lot going on. There's slowly but surely a few more cells starting to fire up. Looks like there's a pretty strong cell up here near Green Valley that just happened over the last 15 minutes. So slowly but surely we're going to start seeing more and more storms out here in eastern Kansas and west central Missouri. And again, I'm pretty much just kind of watching this cell right here around Pleasanton, Mound City. It does have some large 1-inch hail with it currently. I am watching for any signs of circulation as it heads into Bates County. I'm assuming, Jordan, you're asking, do we have a threat here? Our biggest threat for west central Missouri is definitely going to be strong straight line winds and large hail. The tornado threat is not zero, but for the most part, once these storms congeal into a large complex of storms, our primary concern is going to be strong straight line winds and hail, not so much of a tornado threat. But these two supercells over here in eastern Kansas kind of hanging out there by themselves. We'll probably see a few more similar to that pop up. Those are the ones that I'm going to be watching for any type of rotation. Right now, I'm not seeing any. I've got 2 other screens up right now that I'm keeping an eye on any kind of rotation. And again, if you guys have things to do, you can pop in and out as much as you want. I am planning on being on for quite some time tonight until the threat is over for west central Missouri. Just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm looking for in this cell over here on in eastern Kansas. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to switch this over to velocity. So this is what I'm watching on my other screens right now, is this little area right here by Mound City. It's relatively broad right now, and if you take a look, the way I do this, if I take a look just to the left of Mound City, right in here, right in this area, that's our hail core right here in the purples. So a lot of that rotation can be the strong updrafts that's producing the larger hail, up to 1 inch right now. But if this should happen to tighten or get a little bit stronger, that's when I like to tell everybody, you know, a lot of times severe thunderstorms will produce tornadoes and not be tornado warned. They're short-lived, typically rather weak tornadoes. But this is what I like to do. This is kind of this is something that I do for a side job also for a company called Torcon, and it's nationwide. Is I follow these thunderstorms, and if they look like they're going to start getting a little bit stronger, I will notify the spotters that are out there on the field. So if you notice on this last scan on your screen, there is a what looks like a triangle right here. That is a signature for a TVS, which is a I'll show you here. A TVS is basically just means that radar is picking up rotation, that it does have a tornado signature with this. That does not mean that there's one on the ground, but the radar is picking up what I was looking at here just a couple minutes ago when we were discussing. So this is the reason why I'm keeping a close eye on this, because here within the next probably 30-45 minutes, it will be crossing over to the Bates County line. Let's do a little timetable on this. Let's see how fast this cell is moving. moving east northeast at 16. So if it stays at the current speed, this cell will be at Amaret at 842, Hume at 846, Butler at 926, Passaic at 931, Adrian at 942 for this cell here in eastern Kansas right now. That seems to be strengthening up here over the last couple scans. Kind of blow this picture out, and it does look like there's a couple more cells popping up behind that. We do have another up right around Green Valley. Another few cells are starting to pop up, so this system is starting to get its act together. We do have a low level a nose of a low-level jet that is going to be increasing in intensity as the night goes on, and when that happens, that's going to help strengthen these storms as they form, and it's not supposed to let up.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
Okay, it looks like there was a new watch that has been issued. It will probably come here on your screen in just a moment.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
That is the app Storm Shield. I do have it set on different counties.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
Okay, so you heard all that going off. I got more alarms going off here around the house, but it does look like a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for all of west central Missouri. Sorry, I'm still keeping an eye on this cell out here moving into Bates County. So what it amounts to right now, it does look like Springfield.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
Has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for counties within the Springfield area.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
And we're just waiting for the National Weather Service out of Pleasant Hill to issue the watch for their counties, including Butler, Clinton, Garden City, Warrensburg, which I say is probably going to be coming up here pretty quickly. I'm going to zoom in on this cell.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
Okay, so this is a little bit concerning to me. We do have what they call a V-notch, which if you...
The National Weather Service
My
has issued a
gosh, this
severe
thing's going to go
thunderstorm
on
watch.
for the next 20 minutes. Anyway, there is a V-notch right here. And you have warm, moist air that's being pumped in, feeding this cell. And if you look over here on the velocity side, I have this in split screen. Look over here, and it does look like that the Um, it does look like that the rotation has increased a little bit right around Mound City. Looks like right along 7 Highway. This area right here would be where I'd be a little concerned with some rotation. We'll keep an eye on that. That's where my focus is right now. As far as strong straight line winds, right, looks like southeast of Lacine, getting ready to cross into Missouri and Bates County. These could be 50, 60 mile an hour winds right here in this blue area, light blue, in a cool light blue area. You got plenty of time, Missy. These are not trucking very fast.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
Okay, so it looked like we do have a severe thunderstorm warning out
The National Weather Service has
for Bates County. And by the way, Pleasant Hill National Weather Service did go ahead and put the rest of West Central Missouri into a severe thunderstorm watch. But right now, I want to take a look here. So Butler and Bates County looked like till 9 p.m. looked like a severe thunderstorm located 7 miles northeast of Pleasanton, moving east at 15, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So that's what you can expect. Still keeping an eye on any kind of rotation. Does look like it kind of subsided a little bit on the rotation aspect. Still going to be keeping a close eye on that. I know, Jordan. It does sound like mayhem. I've got about 12 counties set up for different alerts and warnings, mainly to help me prepare. Obviously, I live in Henry County, but I have all the counties out in eastern Kansas and southwest Missouri also included for all of my warnings, so that I can have a pretty good idea when these storms are going to be hitting. Let's zoom out here a little bit, see if there's anything else going on. So a few more cells popping up out here, Green Valley. We have a few cells up here around Topeka. I have a feeling this whole area here is going to be filled in probably here within the next couple hours. So a lot of times what will happen, if we go back a few scans, there was 2 thunderstorms, one over here by Garnett and another one over here that's coming into Bates County. This one here coming into Bates County absorbed the other cell that was directly behind it. It sucked all the warm, moist air going into that cell into itself. Therefore, this cell right here around Garnett is drastically weakening right now, while this one here seems to continue to get stronger. Let's take a look and see where the hail core is. Now, it looks like there's two hail cores. One just to the east of Mound City, and then another one looked like in between Amsterdam and Amoret, getting ready to cross the state line. So again, if you guys just joined here the last few minutes, I went live here about, about 20 minutes ago. I'm planning on staying live for a few hours tonight, so feel free to come and go as you want. Just kind of give you a quick recap. Right now, all of West Central Missouri is under a severe thunderstorm watch till let's see here, 3 a.m. So we're all going to be under a severe thunderstorm till 3 a.m. In a watch. We have one that's coming into Bates County right now that is severe thunderstorm warned for large hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. If we zoom this out just a little bit, let me take off dual right now. If we zoom out, there are a few cells up. Looks like just north of the river around Green Valley. And we were starting to see a few thunderstorms pop up here in eastern Kansas and kind of east central Kansas out by Topeka. So expecting this area here hopefully to fill up here within the next couple hours and move into West Central Missouri. So that severe thunderstorm watch extends all the way up to Kansas City and all the way down to the Arkansas state line. It's going to be a pretty long night for a lot of people. This cell right here that we've been watching coming into Bates County is a slow mover, 16 miles per hour to the northeast. Let's put a time span on this. So some of the towns looked like Rich Hill at 9:10, Butler at 9. Butler at 9, Rich Hill 9:10, Adrian 9:23, Ballard 9:48, Hudson 9:49, Germantown 10:05, Montrose at 10:11, Creighton and Urick around 10:20, 10:26, Clinton around 11 p.m. Chehaui, Shawnee Mound, about 11:10, 11:15. Calhoun, 11:35. Take a look and see where these exactly where this hail is going to be coming in at. This is actually on 3D mode. I'm going to go down here, kind of zoom in here too. So yeah, it looks like the hail core right now is right around Amoret and Mulberry, Virginia. That's where the hail core is right now. Looks like very strong winds also going through Amoret. That severe thunderstorm warning for western Bates County. Looks like still has another 27 minutes. See if there's any update on it. Doesn't look like there's any update on it right now. So another 27 more minutes for the severe thunderstorm warning for western Bates County. All right. Another radar scan. So still very broad rotation. That broad rotation are going to be your strong updrafts. That's actually holding on to that hail, creating some 1-inch hail. Looked like it was just north of Amoret was the largest hail.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
You just have another severe thunderstorm warning, probably extending further east of Butler, encompassing all of Bates, possibly St. Clair or part of Henry County. We'll wait till that warning is issued here. Looks like there's a cell right on top of Clinton right now, Foreman. I haven't stepped outside to look, but looks like a little cell there right on top of Clinton. Actually, that cell up there in let's see, Warrenburg is actually beginning to get some strength to it too. Right now, this cell that's in Johnson County, northern Johnson County, it is not severe warned, but I am keeping an eye on it for any strengthening as it moves off to the east. thanks for joining me tonight, guys. And again, I'm going to be on here for it's going to be a long night. I'll be on here a few hours, so feel free to come and go as you want. Ask any questions over in the chat. If you need a time frame, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Right now, we only have one severe thunderstorm warning, and that's for western Bates County. Goes for another 22 minutes for 1-inch hail, 60 miles per hour winds. Yeah, Misty, you're seeing that cell that's up here in northern Johnson County moving off to the east. So if you're looking north from Sedalia, Warrensburg, Clinton, you'll probably see a few lightning strikes up there. Right now, it's looks like it's moving off to the east, so not looking like there's any anything that's going to be threatening Warrensburg or Sedalia right now. There's not a whole lot of lightning with these cells moving into Bates County. It's not all that electrified according to radar anyway. All right, looks like the strongest of the winds right now are just southwest of Adrian. Right here, about the strongest part of the winds right now, southwest of Adrian, moving northeast at about 15 miles an hour. Adrian can expect some strong winds around 918. The hail has increased in size as well. Hail probability 100%, severe hail 80%, maximum hail size 3-inch. So that's 3-inch hail. That's pretty good size. That's approaching baseball. Just answering a couple questions on Facebook here while I'm live. And again, I hope everybody is taking advantage of being able to obtain warnings and watches via the website, subbiesweathertalk.com, or from the new West Central Missouri advisory page on Facebook. So I've just seen that they actually issued the posted the watch and the warnings so far. So a great piece of information that you can get whether you're sitting on your phone or in front of a desktop computer like I am. You always have a way to be able to get these warnings and watches. And again, no rotation of concern right now with the cell coming into Bates County. Just large hail, up to 3 inch according to radar. Radar, it shoots a beam into the storm at a certain angle, and we can actually tell the difference in size and objects within a cell to be able to get a measurement of that hail that's suspended up in the updraft. So right now radar indicated 3 inch. That might not be falling, and it might be falling, but the potential is there for 3 inch hail right now. Looks like it is mainly in rural areas, right along Highway F, moving off to the northeast at about 16 miles per hour. Looks like about another 20 minutes you'll be the I-49 corridor up around Adrian and Passaic. We're getting some much needed rainfall in Bates County right now. This is such a slow moving storm. I'm going to zoom this out and see what's going on. So it's looks like a little storm still brewing down here just to the southeast of Clinton right now. It formed right on top of Clinton and then progressively getting a little stronger just to the east of Clinton right now. We have some storms up here in Johnson and northern Pettis County, up to 1 inch hail with these storms. But not seeing a whole lot of activity out here in eastern Kansas. Mainly just this line right now. Do have a storm chaser, Vince, over here getting ready, right around Pleasanton, looks like. That's this little icon right here. That is Vince. He is the storm spotter that I do know. He does follow. He's out 7 days a week chasing storms all across the Midwest. So he had the live video. Let's see if I can bring this up for you. Wow. So you're seeing a live video of Vince. Boy, it looks awfully eerie. He's going right through the hell core along 69 Highway east of Mound City and south of Pleasanton, Kansas. Looks like he has just turned south on 69 Highway. So, boy, it looks awfully hazy and kind of a green tintish. 71.9 degrees where he's at just south of Pleasanton, Kansas right now. Here in Clinton, here at the weather station, I'm seeing 92 degrees with a heat index of 99 still. So quite a difference in temperatures. And he's heading south on 69 Highway. That's Vince. So,
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
okay, looks like there's Okay, so as you heard, that's a new severe thunderstorm warning for all of Bates County now. And it's going on for another 42 minutes for 1.25 inch hail and 60 miles per hour winds. That 1.25 inches is about half dollar size. Zoom out here. Still looking at the cell. We have one just east of Clinton right now. Actually, it started and formed right over on top of Clinton. Now it's moved off to the east along. Looks like that's right along 7 Highway. Yeah, right along 7 Highway east of Clinton. We have a line of storm just north of Highway 50. Around south of Concordia, Houstonia, up toward Hagensville. These storms are moving east very slowly as well at 20 miles per hour. I'm really kind of hoping to see a few cells pop up over here around Olathe, Ottawa, Cass County, and move east, try to encompass more of west central Missouri and some of this much needed rainfall. Johnson County, St. Clair County, Benton, and Pettis County. Man, everybody is super dry. So I just had my lights flicker here in Clinton. So hopefully everybody is still hearing me okay. All right, looks like Adrian, from about Adrian to Passaic. Adrian straight down to Butler along I-49. You guys are going to be, you're in some blinding rain if you're out on 49 right now. They're 2-inch hail, radar indicated. Southwest of Adrian, southwest of Adrian, northwest of Butler, up to 2-inch hail. Hi, Caitlin. So, Garden City, well, we do have, it's going to be kind of a long night. Actually, Garden City is going to be, right now, we're looking at more storms developing out here in eastern Kansas. We have another line of storms up here in northern Johnson County. I still expecting more storms to be forming here in this little dead zone here. So it's going to be kind of a long night before these storms eventually make it all the way across west central Missouri. I'm going to answer a few questions here on Facebook. All right, so let's take a look at this cell here in Henry County. Going down 7 Highway right now. Does have a hail indicator icon, up to 1-inch hail. So this storm is gaining in strength. It's going to be moving off to the east very slowly, 15 to 20 miles per hour. So Leesville, probably stay just to the north of Tightwad, but Leesville and Roseland, you guys are going to be hit here in the next about 20 minutes with some torrential rain and the possibility of some dime-sized hail right now. If this continues to grow in intensity, we could see a severe thunderstorm warning out for eastern Henry County and over onto the Benton County side. Wow, Adrian to Butler, you guys are just getting pounded right now. If anybody is in Adrian or Butler that are on, let me know what you're seeing. And again, we've got a few viewers on here, some new ones. I'm going to be live here for the next few hours, so feel free to come and go as you want. I'm going to be here and be updating you guys on any new warnings or advisories that come here through West Central Missouri. We're just at the beginning of this. We have a severe thunderstorm warning out for Bates County for very slow moving cells moving to the northeast at 15, 16 miles per hour. So we do have a confirmed report of 1.7 inch hail in 4 miles east southeast of Amsterdam. So that got called in by the 911 call center. That's golf ball size hail and tree damage. That's 4 miles east southeast of Amsterdam, Missouri. And again, I'm watching all these cells for the possibility of any kind of rotation. Right now, we do have some areas of very broad rotation, and that's to be expected whenever you have large hail. That rotation is needed for strong updrafts that keeps those hailstones suspended up into the storm. So we expect some broad rotation. But I monitor it for a strong couplet, strong rotation, very, very tight. That's what I look for as these storms come through. So well, thanks, Edwina. She said that I've got a friend in Butler. They're getting high winds. Just knocked a limb out of the tree. Ashley, heavy rain, big raindrop by Donna's Drive-In. Yep, that is straight down 7 Highway right down here. That's this cell we're looking at right here. There's PP right here. That's Donna Drive-In, I believe, is right along PP Highway. So right around between Leesville and Roseland, this right here is going to be the Hellcore, right here by Hortense. And that's right on the curve of 7 Highway that you turn off to go to C along along the Tebow arm. That's where the hail is right now, up to 1-inch hail. I'm gonna branch this out here. So still that line of storm moving off to the east up here north of 50 Highway, staying in northern parts of Johnson and Pettis County. Looks like it'll stay north of Sedalia, north of Warrensburg. So those down in Vernon County, there's a special weather statement that got issued for Vernon County. Winds up to 50 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. Locations impacted: Nevada, Fulton, Richard, Metz, Horton, and Harding. Looks like the thunderstorm right now was over Fulton, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Pea-sized hail down around Donna's Drive-In, Ashley had said. So that goes right in line what we're seeing here on radar. Let's take a look at the hail core. So it looks like this is the vertically integrated liquid, which shows this hail core is actually just a little bit behind regular radar by a few minutes. So looks like this gray area right here can be up to 1-inch hail, and then some smaller hail around it from Leesville down to just looks like just north of Tightwad. West, okay, and she's west off of 200th Road. I'm guessing probably right in here. So you're in the band of some smaller hail. Wow, big hail core in Bates County right now.
The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement.
Okay, new special weather statement. Probably it could be for Vernon County. It could be for Henry County as well, as this storm here is going to be moving into Henry County here in the next few minutes. Actually, it was for Benton County. Over that storm that Ashley was talking about, just west of Donna's Drive-In, looked like they issued a special weather statement for Benton County, including Warsaw, for winds up to 50 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. So it looked like the current strong thunderstorm 9 miles southeast of Calhoun, 11 miles east of Clinton, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So some of these cells are actually picking up.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
All right, so we're going to have a new warning issue here in just a moment. Actually, that is, they've extended that severe thunderstorm warning for Bates County again. So right now, guys, let's take a look. Let's take a look at these cells here. The big picture. So we have a line of storm just north of 50 Highway, north of Sedalia, north of Warrensburg right now. They are not severe warned yet. We also have a very large storm that is in eastern Bates County right now with a large hail core, as seen right here where my cursor is at, up to 2-inch hail. We have a special weather statement out for Vernon County and also for Benton County for 50-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. Now I'm expecting here it could be here in the next 5 minutes. They're going to extend a severe thunderstorm warning out for Henry County, at least western Henry County, for this cell right here. It doesn't look like there's the wind had died down a little bit. So this will be mainly a hail event. Looks like about 40-50 miles per hour winds out ahead of this little cell. How can I sleep on stormy nights with all the alerts going off? Well, Jordan, I don't. If there's any alerts going off, then that's when I'm up and typically going live. I like quiet nights. Yeah, Missy, I have some friends that are actually at Knob Nostr at a softball tournament right now, and they're saying the same thing. North of Highway 50, that's this cluster of cells we're seeing right here, and they're moving off to the east. So looks like it will probably miss Sedalia, miss Whiteman, but it's going to be a heck of a lightning show up to the north.
The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement.
All right, new special weather statement for northern St. Clair County. 50-mile-per-hour wind, penny-sized hail for the...
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, so we got a new warning now. Likely for Henry County. Okay, so that latest is for western Henry County. This is going to include the towns of Clinton, Urick, and Creighton. So that's for this cell right here. So those in the path here can expect 50 to 60 mile per hour winds and up to 2-inch hail. I'm also going to be keeping an eye on this area of rotation right here. Looks like it's let me zoom in on that area. Very rural area just south of D Highway, the back way to go from Passaic to 18 along D Highway over toward Johnstown. So keeping an eye on this. There is some broad rotation here. Nothing to be concerned of right at this moment. So let's take a look here. Actually, it has sped up some. about 38 miles per hour now. So let's time this out here for everybody. All right, looks like New Piper 916, Montrose 920, Hartwell 926, Clinton at 936, Quarles at 941. Yeah, Missy. Let's see here. You're in Sedalia right now, I believe, is what you had told me. So let's scoot this out here. Look like Windsor at about 10 p.m. if it continues on the same course. So about 10 p.m. in Windsor. That gives you about 40 minutes to get back to Windsor from Sedalia. All right, so just a recap for those just joining, we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings right now. One for western Henry County, which includes Clinton and Urick and Creighton. We have one for Bates County right now. The entire Bates County is under a severe thunderstorm warning for about the next 15 minutes. This is going to be for 60 miles per hour winds and hail up to 2 inch. We do have a few special weather statements of strong cells, one entering into Benton County, northern St. Clair County, and northern Vernon County. You guys can expect 50 mile per hour winds and up to penny size hail. So still expecting more thunderstorm development out here, right in this area. So hopefully these cells will keep producing out here so that everybody gets a good drink of water tonight. Hi, Joy. Close to New Piper. Yep, you're right here. It looks like you'll have a little bit of wind and some heavy rain that's going to be moving in here in the next few minutes. If you notice right here, Joy, if you're watching this, right along here is the gust front. So it looks like it just went through. New Piper and the wind, and then behind it is going to be some torrential rain. So be ready for that, and looks like maybe even some, probably some small hail with that too, Joy. Not severe, but some small hail. Ballard's getting hit hard right now. Yes, I'd say Ballard is. Mile north. Yep. You're gonna have quite a few. You'll probably get a good solid inch, not inch and a half of rain out of this cell. It's moving slow enough for you, Joy. All right, let's take a look at the hail core right now, guys. All right, so up to 2 inch hail right now in this gray area. So just northeast of Ballard. Looks like it's going to stay just to the north of New Piper and come across highways MM, and then then on up to Lucas, Highway K, and then eventually over to 7 Highway. Looks like we have a confirmed 60-mile-an-hour wind gust in Adrian at 8:53 tonight. We do have more severe thunderstorms that are going up here in eastern Kansas. Like for them to move up to the north just a little bit, maybe get a few cells up here around Ottawa, and then move across. We'll see how the evening goes. This is going to be several hours worth of storms, I believe, here in West Central Missouri. So I'm still sitting at 91 degrees with the heat index of 97 right now here in Clinton. I've got a couple more screens going right now, guys. There, I'm paying close attention to any rotation with any of these storms, since they are relatively isolated. I'm not seeing anything to worry about right now. Looks like there's some 50-mile-an-hour winds or so that's entering Henry County. That looks like it's going to be shooting straight down 7 Highway into Clinton. About 50-mile-per-hour winds. Freedom Farm, Adrian was crazy. We are rural on 18 East. No power, hail, rain sideways. Wow. All right, little recap. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Henry and Bates County right now. Those are the only two in West Central Missouri as far as warnings for up to 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like the gust front is about 10 miles. Oh, Jennifer. Okay. I didn't recognize the face, but Freedom Farm, I'm thinking, okay, who's Freedom Farm? All right, so we looks like it's about, what is that? About 10 miles outside of Clinton, along 18 highway, or yeah, along 18. Looks like that's the leading edge of a gust front that will be moving through Clinton here in the next few minutes. Ought to drastically drop the temperature down. Winds could approach around 50 miles per hour. Torrential rain. Looks like the hail that we have to worry about with this cell right now is coming across Highway MM near Lucas. Right in this area right here is going to be our hail core. Let's take a look at 3D. Let's go down and find out where that hail core is at. This is 3D representation of the storms, in which, of course, any place where you see a little purple, like that tip is purple. Now we start getting into some deeper purples. These are very, very high elevated updrafts, and so what I can do is get directly on top of it, and then I can zoom down. So that's exactly Maysburg, just east of Ballard, north of New Piper, Lucas, town of Aaron, and then eventually over toward Urick and Highway 7. So that's where the hail core is right now. Take a look at this cell over here in Benton County. It is not severe thunderstorm warned yet. However, it does look like I can see quite a bit of pea-sized hail in different places. Some smaller hail. It is not severe thunderstorm warned as at this time. So Sedalia is probably getting a few little light showers right now. It looked like this cell has dropped a little bit further south. So you might be getting some small hail, pea-sized hail in Sedalia here in the next few minutes. Ed, where's Sedville at? Oh, Sedalia. You got it. Yeah, that's just what I was just talking about. Looks like it's right on the doorstep of Sedalia. This line was actually going almost due east, and now it's taking more of a south-southeast approach. Of course, it's going to be kind of circling, kind of angling down toward the warm, moist air down to the south. So. If he leaves right now, Sarah, he'll have plenty of time to get to Cole before this storm comes up on him. So if he gets on the road right now and head down 7 Highway to Cole, he should be there in plenty of time ahead of this cell. It's about 6-7 miles outside of Clinton right now to the west. So he'd have enough time, but if it's going to be just a few minutes before he leaves, I'd tell him just to write it out. So it looks like for this cell that is going to be approaching Urick and Highway 7, moving east at 40 miles per hour, hail probability 100%, severe hail probability 70. with a maximum hail size of 2.75 inch. So very large hail possible. Over here just south of Urick, that will be heading toward Urick and 7 Highway here in the next few minutes. So again, those that are watching, of course, a lot of people get really concerned about the possibility of tornadoes. I will tell you that the tornado threat is very small for west central Missouri tonight, and for areas around west central Missouri. It's not zero. That's the reason I'm keeping a close eye on any kind of circulations along with these cells. But right now it seems like just strong straight line winds up to 60 miles per hour and large hail up to 2 inch are possible. So that's going to be our main threats tonight. Is going to be the hail, and it's going to be the strong straight line winds. And then of course I'm going to be keeping an eye for any kind of smaller circulations. There is always a potential to see a pop up, or a very weak spin up tornado. But most of these cells they're elevated in nature. That's the reason why we're getting a lot of hail reports tonight. They're not surface based right now. But one great thing that I am seeing now is I'm starting to see a lot more activity going up in Cass County and over onto the Kansas side around the Olathe area. These things have just really blossomed out here over the last 20 minutes that we've been talking. So I was really kind of hoping to see that, so that everybody here in west central Missouri can get a much needed rainfall into the area. So that's good news. These storms will likely intensify and produce some much needed rainfall for a lot of the area here tonight. So very good news for the farmers. Yeah, for those of you that are into rural areas, there's going to be some 50 to 60 miles per hour winds. So there's a chance that these rural areas, be prepared for a couple power outages. Misty, you're supposed to be already heading home down 65 right now. So again, those in Clinton, Urick, you're getting ready to get pounded with some looks like some severe hail, possibly up to golf balls, and it will be coming across 7 Highway. Anybody that is driving in between Creighton and Clinton right now, if you have a loved one out there, make sure you tell them to slow down, because it'll be like hitting a brick wall out there. These are torrential downpours of rain along 7 Highway between Creighton and Clinton right now. As far as wind speeds, coming up onto Urick, looks like you could have some up to 60 miles per hour winds coming into Urick here in the next couple minutes. Take a look at our cell up here in Sedalia. These cells are not severe warned yet. However, these storms are beginning to take a more southerly direction. So where they were going almost directly due east, parallel to 50 Highway, now they're beginning to drop to the south toward that warm, moist air, which we see happen quite a bit with summertime storms like this. So Sedalia up to you're going to be in this thing for about the next hour, and then you have a cell right behind it coming right towards you as well. So Pettis County is going to get some much needed rainfall. Okay, so they extended that severe thunderstorm warning to include all of Henry County now, including the towns of Calhoun, Windsor, and all the way over to the Benton County line for this cell that we've been following for the last hour and a half. We're right here. So looks like some 60-mile-per-hour winds and hail up to 2-inch is associated, as well as torrential downpour of rain. So anyway, those in Henry County, be prepared for some strong winds and possibility of some large hail. That gust front looked like it's about 1.5 miles outside of Clinton along Highway 7 and 18. And again, I'm not seeing any circulation with any of these cells right now, just strong straight line winds and hail. So it's going to look horrible in Clinton looking out the front door here in just a little bit. But remember, this is just going to be strong straight line winds. If for some reason that power gets knocked out here with me, and we lose the feed, I will be going on to tablet and phones, and I will pick back up where I left off with the warnings on my live video. Yeah, Ed, man, you have them stacked up all the way behind you right now, so you're going to be in heavy rain now for the next few hours. Pettis County was needing that moisture too. Wow, I've seen some of the crops, some of the corn and beans in Pettis County. The soybeans, they look like strawberry plants. So yeah, much needed rainfall. Looking back out to the west here, Cass County getting some thunderstorms, getting some rainfall. Bates County, there's another cell just across the state line that looks like it's going to be moving back into Bates County here in the next hour and a half. And I believe that we're going to see this continue through for the next few hours too, guys. So much needed rainfall. Pretty excited to see it happening. I told everybody it was going to rain tonight, so I'm feeling pretty good now. Nobody had liked me very well over the last few weeks. I can't get no rain. So right now, severe thunderstorm warning for Henry County right now is the only severe storm in western Missouri as we speak right now. I am going to take a minute and step outside and see what the weather's like out my front door. All right, so stepped out. The front's coming through Clinton right now. And radar's not showing a whole lot of lightning activity, but man, it's a lightning show out there right now. So again, if we should happen to lose power here at the house, just remember I will be going live on my phone. So I will give a notification if we should happen to lose power here in Clinton, and I will pick up my live feed via my phone. Sedalia right now getting a big thunderstorm. They have another one right behind them. They'll be coming through here in the next 30 minutes as well. Harrisonville got a nice storm coming through Harrisonville right now in Cass County. Bates County, you're pretty dry right now. You just had a big storm. That's what we're getting here in Henry County. You had that go through here about the last hour and a half with another one closing in on you from the west. Vernon County got some thunderstorm to the northeast of you with some small hail. And St. Clair County looked like northern St. Clair County. There's a cell going across you guys right now as well. So, love to see all these thunderstorms out there tonight. Right now, we don't have really much in the way of severe weather, with the exception of Henry County. And that's mainly for 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts and up to 2-inch hail. But, of course, I have not seen anything yet. I haven't seen anything yet pertaining to any storm reports from any size hail that has dropped out of this yet. So, 50 highway heading toward Knob Noster. Kids had to use their holy cow. You're just getting on the road. Missy, you tell them to hold it. You tell them to hold it. You got to get home. Let's see here, on 50 highway heading toward Knob Noster. So I'm assuming you're going to go to Warrensburg and then down south, I'm assuming. You got this, you're going to be running into this cell almost right by Knob Noster. You're going to be running into that head on. I'm not sure exactly which way you're going to be going home, but you're coming down 50 highway right now. You're still in Sedalia, so yeah, you're gonna be running right into this cell that has some hail right now, that is in between Warrensburg and Knob Noster. We'll take a look at hail course right now. It looks like the biggest hail core right now is over 7 highway, in between Clinton and Hartwell. I'm going to be heading off toward Huntingdale and Quarles. That's one of the hail cores. Second hail core with looks like about dime size hail, just to the east of Racket and north of Warsaw, getting ready to cross 65 highway. About pea-sized hail there. Up toward Warrensburg and Sedalia, small hail core that is going to be going across 50 highway, since almost about where Misty's going to be running into actually some penny to quarter size hail, probably penny size hail, kind of what I'm guessing going by these measurements here, about penny size hail going across 50 highway. Well, Jordan, we're under a severe thunderstorm watch till 3 a.m. As far as being the hardest that we're going to get hit, it's as warm and humid air mass that we're under right now, with the low-level jets strengthening as the night goes on to help fuel these storms. There's a potential we could have another severe storm through the early evening hours, probably through about midnight or 1. We can't rule that out. Just like this storm over here to the west of Bates County, over on the Kansas line. This thing continues to strengthen and move off to the east and eventually be back into Bates County again. So we just have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll get more rainfall out of this. Of course, my dog don't like the thunder. You'll probably hear her bark a time or two. Green Ridge D to 52. Stop, Norm. Yeah, you might be better off that way, Misty. If you go down 50 highway, you're going to run smack dab into that cell in Warrensburg right now. Or right at Knob Noster. Take your time. Nothing severe up there right now. So take your time. Don't hydroplane. Okay. That's good, Missy. Hand the phone off to the kids. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright, brief recap here, guys. Henry County, still under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 33 minutes for 1.5 inch hail and winds up to 70 miles per hour. That is the only severe thunderstorm warning in West Central Missouri right now. There are several special weather statements, strong cells out there with 50-mile-an-hour winds, some penny-sized hail. So one over in Benton County right now, another one in Pettis County, one in Vernon County, and northern St. Clair County right now. So a lot of activity is forming up in Cass County and out on eastern Kansas that we're still expecting to move through here in over the next couple hours. So here in Clinton, I had picked up 3/10 of an inch of rain right now here at on my weather station. It is down to 80 degrees. Looked like I had a peak wind gust of 44 miles per hour here at the house. So and again, tornado threat very, very small tonight, guys. We're really watching this for strong straight line winds and hail up to 1.5 inches. No, Doug. I think it's going to continue to fill in. I think tonight you'll get some moisture. And what's nice about this too is we're going to have the potential to see. We're going to be able to see the chance for rainfall here over the next 6 or 7 days. So that's great news. That's great news. We're going to have lots of potential for more rain all the way through the weekend. So had an update on this cell in Henry County. Severe thunderstorm was located near Calhoun or near Clinton, moving east at 35 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour wind, and ping pong ball size hail. Locations impacted: Clinton, Windsor, Calhoun, Deepwater, Montrose, Cole, Brownington, Blairstown, Tightwad, Hartwell, Ladue, and Truman Lake. We're going to put this, I'm going to put this in play over the last we'll put it for the last few hours here. Take a look and see how these storms progressed. So yeah, you see here over the last, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 frames, a lot more thunderstorm activity is brewing up in Cass County, up toward Ottawa. And I think we're going to see that trend go for the next few hours. So it looks like in Henry County we do have a report of some damage. Let's take a look and see what it says. So in Urick, Missouri, came in through the 911 call center. Roof damage to an apartment building in Urick. So we could be looking at 60, 70 mile per hour winds in Urick. That was at 9:25, so about 25 minutes ago. I hate to see hear any kind of damage, but you know, we haven't had a whole lot of warnings out for West Central Missouri so far, so that's good news. We're getting some much needed rainfall. I've got almost a ½ inch here in Clinton on the weather station right now, so a good solid ½ inch for us. I know Bates County, they picked up, I'm sure they picked up a half to an inch at least in Bates County, and hopefully we have more on the way. Eventually, these cells will continue to move off to the east and to the south. Along with that, more storm forming out ahead of them, and eventually make it down into the Springfield and I-44 corridor overnight tonight. We're also going to have a potential for some severe weather on Friday night too. So just kind of I'm not too concerned about that right now until we get through tonight. But we do have potential on Friday afternoon, Friday night for about the same kind of setup where we get numerous thunderstorms throughout west central Missouri. Is the way that it's looking like right now. So that's good news as far as rainfall. So never like to hear any severe weather that we have a possibility of. But as dry as what we've been, I'll take a little bit of penny-sized hail if we can get an inch of rain out of it. Current temperature here in Clinton is 79. 0.49 in the rain gauge right now. Bartle. Well, let's take a look at Bartle. Right now they're getting some rainfall, some light rain right now in Iconium. There is a little bit heavier rain out to the west. Hadn't crossed 13 highway yet. That looked like it's going to be moving in, but as of right now, there's nothing is severe warned. So, if anything, at least they get a breather from 100-degree heat down there right now. You bet, Jennifer. All right, guys, so what that warning was, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning now for southern Benton County, including the towns of Warsaw. So this is going to go for the next 38 minutes for 1-inch hail and 60 miles per hour wind, and includes the town of Warsaw. Looks like it's going to be taking a path to the southeast, mainly over rural areas down along Truman Lake, over to Lakeview Heights, to Hastane, down over to Dell along 65 Highway. New severe thunderstorm warning for Benton County. And again, right now I'm not seeing any kind of rotation with any of these storms, guys. This is mainly strong straight line winds is what we're dealing with. Just some broad rotations out there, typically signifying some pretty good hailstones with the updraft. So kind of don't want anybody to be worried right now. I am keeping an eye. I've got 2 other screens right now that I'm watching for any signs of rotation. So right now, again, we're just dealing with strong straight line winds and hail to the size of ping pong balls. But for those in Henry County, some pretty good winds. Looks like right along Y Highway. Up is still southwest of Windsor right now. So unfortunately, Missy is probably going to be end up getting into a little bit of heavy rain before she gets into Windsor. She's going through Green Ridge into Windsor. So I'm not sure exactly where she's at right now, but I'm going to say she's going to be catching up with this cell here in northeast Henry County. Clinton is just into light rain right now. There's some moderate rain right along Highway 13 between Larry City and Osceola. No severe thunderstorm warnings out for you guys in St. Clair County. Just some much needed rainfall. El Dorado Springs got a thunderstorm moving through there right now. Vernon County, you've got a couple cells that will be moving into your area here in the next hour. And looks like over on the Kansas side, we've got a Alright, so this is for the cell that I was trying to keep Missy from hitting. And this is the one that had dropped a little bit south of 50 Highway. And it's for Pettis County. Good, Missy. I'm glad to hear you're going through Green Ridge. You need to keep going I'm assuming you're going to keep going until you hit, you're going to take B. You're going to be, you're right to the south of a hail core. I think you can, if it's not raining right now, if you kind of speed it up just a little bit and get to where you're going south on B, and then get down into Windsor, you'll be all right. But this severe thunderstorm warning is actually for Pettis County. Does not include the town of Sedalia. This is for this cell right now. 70 mile per hour winds, up to 1 inch hail, and it's for southeastern Johnson County, southwestern Pettis County. So a severe thunderstorm warning was located just to the north of Green Ridge or near Whiteman Air Force Base, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. So anyway, you're right on the edge of this thing. So if you can get going south on B, sooner the better. Because you're right smack in between. You're right smack dab in between 2 storms. No matter how you would have went home, you would have ran into this thing probably. But right now, you're in the best place right now. If you can get down on B and head south, you're going to get into it when you get into Windsor. But at least you'll be almost home. So again, southeastern Johnson, and western Pettis County, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 30 minutes. Johnson County, closer to Warrensburg, got a pretty good cell moving through that. Looked like it's just to the east and south of Holden. Looked like a lot of small hail with this. Probably a lot of pea-sized hail mixing in with torrential rains. B to Pond Road to WW. Holy cow, I don't even know where that is. It must be like on Twister. It must be Bob's Road. This is Bob's Road. Oh, I see WW now. Yep. Let's see. Well, you're gonna look like you'll probably escape the hail core that's just north of you. Must be a lightning show going on up there. So you'll escape that one. But as you come down WW, you're going to be into some heavy rain.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Lynn County, Kansas, southern Bates County until 10:45 p.m.
All right. So we have another severe thunderstorm warning. This one is going to be for southern Bates County again. That's the storm we were talking about here just a few minutes ago, out here in eastern Kansas, moving directly east. So Butler, Appleton City, and points just to all down to Rich Hill. You guys are going to be under the gun here in the next hour or so for 70-mile-per-hour winds and large hail. And again, severe thunderstorm warning for southern Bates County. I'm just going to scroll out just a little bit here, guys. We have some more storm forming out here in north central Kansas, which is good because I have a feeling most of these cells are going to be starting to turn more to the southeast as these things go, as the night goes on. So that just means more rainfall for west central Missouri. You stopped on B. Are you heading south on B yet? It looks like Missy is caught right here on B. Hopefully she's heading south on B. This is the hail core right here. She's probably going through some probably dime-sized hail right now. Almost to AA. Okay. Okay, so eastern Henry County, I'm going to say you're pretty much good for right now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Henry County for the next few minutes. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Johnson County and southwestern Pettis County. Does not include Sedalia, does not include Warrensburg at this time. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Benton County. Does include Warsaw. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Bates County. It does include Butler, and it's going to be for a cell that will be moving in to Bates County here in the next 20 minutes. So those are the active warnings right now. And again, still not seeing any rotation, just strong straight line winds and some large hail is what we're concerned about this evening. Okay, Joy. Missy is out on B Highway and actually in the far southeast corner of Johnson County and almost right there at the four county loop. She said that there's some pretty strong winds going through there right now along B Highway. So Missy probably right in here somewhere. Well, the strongest of the storm right now looks to be from Green Ridge down south to 52 Highway. Down around Warsaw. They're getting some nice thunderstorms down in Warsaw. Not looking like anything severe right now. Just some very heavy rain along 65 Highway from Lincoln all the way down south to Cross Timbers. Let's take a look at Iconium. That's down at H. Robartle Scout Reservation. Just some light showers. I'm sure it has cooled down there, so that's probably a welcome sight to all the scouters down at Boy Scout Camp. Yeah, Katie, I think there'll be more chances tonight. We've got some cells that are still developing out here in eastern Kansas, so that pretty much tells me that that the air out here is still producing some thunderstorms, and they're going to start sliding off to the southeast. So there's still some potential for several hours of rainfall here through the morning time. So I'm still watching this cell up here in Johnson County. It is not severe warned, but it has grown in intensity just a little bit up here just south of Warrensburg, moving off to the southeast at about 30 miles per hour. It's going to be clipping part of Henry County and then back down toward Pettis and Benton County here in the next hour or so. Strong cell, looked like right over Harrisonville. So if this keeps on the current track right now, Katie, this cell here in Harrisonville and some of these other ones around here look like they're going to be sliding straight down 7 highways. So you might get some rain here in the next hour or so, if not before. And a lot of these cells aren't showing up real good on radar from about Harrisonville up to Pleasant Hill, because Pleasant Hill is where the Doppler radar is situated. So the closer you get to Doppler radar, the less potent that the cells look, so to speak, and they can be distorted. Okay, Ed. Thanks, buddy. The cell moving into Bates County from the Kansas side. It's not looking all that impressive. It looks like the cell to the southwest of that is kind of taking a lot of the punch out of this. So what has happened? It has split, and you have this cell moving to the east, this cell moving to the southeast. So if we go back just a few frames, and you'll be able to see. This was one big cell, and now it's starting to split off. Take a look. One big cell, now it's starting to split. So typically what happens here, once it splits, this cell is going to broaden out. It's not going to stay so compact. So we'll see more cells start forming up here in northern Bates County and into Cass County and kind of congeal into a line and then move on off to the southeast. So still think we're going to get some rainfall here within the 4 or 5 counties here in west central Missouri. Misty, have you made it home yet? Keep me up to date. Looks like you ought to have just light rain on your way home the rest of the way. Alright, so we still have a severe thunderstorm warning out for southern Pettis County and southern Benton County right now for some strong straight line winds and some large hail. Right now I'm not seeing a whole lot. I'm going to check for any kind of hail core. Looks like there's a pretty good hail core up just to the southeast of Harrisonville along 7 Highway right now. But other than that, we have to go all the way out to Versailles to see a decent hail core. So it doesn't look like there's very much there's very much going on in these severe thunderstorm warnings we have out for eastern Henry, southern Pettis, southern Benton County, Just some good old-fashioned thunder boomers and some good soaking rain. Like I was saying, we're starting to see this cell down here moving into Bates County, starting to widen out a little bit. So the severe thunderstorm warning for Henry County has been allowed to expire. So that leads us down to 3 here in west central Missouri. If anybody has any rainfall reports, or if they have, if anybody got some strong straight line winds with any branches down, anything like that, please post on the Facebook group, and I will pass that on to the National Weather Service. So it does look like this is the first opportunity to look at the Facebook group. Does look like there is some damage out there. Adrian Raylyn Kirshner posted a photo about an hour ago of a large tree limb that came up on top of her vehicle in Adrian. No power was reported east of Adrian. So we had a report of some quarter-size hail, heavy wind, wind and heavy rain, and lots of lightning. Looked like down around the Uric Way. Great videos posted from a lot of people here in the group. Thank you so much. That's awesome to watch the videos. Wow, some beautiful photos out there tonight, guys. You guys really outdid yourself. Lots of videos, lots of pictures. I love it. Okay, Missy. Well, it looks like Garden City and Creighton is about to get hit with a pretty good cell. Maybe get a little moisture over there to those guys. They got missed from the earlier storms, so that's good news. For those southern Bates County, I'm not really picking up on anything severe. You're still under a severe thunderstorm warning for about the next 25 minutes, but no wind, maybe some small pea-sized hail and some rainfall. But other than that, I don't see anything severe. And again, I have a feeling since this broke off of the main cell around Blue Mound here, looks like this will probably start tracking more to the south-southeast and likely come into Vernon County. So again, guys, it looks like most of these are just good rain producers. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning out for about the next 9 minutes for Benton County. But I think this will be allowed to expire, as well as the one for southern Pettis County. This one continues to strengthen. It's going down 7 Highway right now. Looks like it's just about into Garden City right now. Looks like they had some pretty good hail. Radar is indicating up to 1 inch. I don't think 1 inch is falling right now. Probably some pea-sized hail just outside of Garden City. One thing I'm kind of picking up here, this is on the Kansas side. This is not on the Missouri side, but just southwest of Blue Mound, Kansas. Picking up some pretty tight, strong rotation. Actually, right there. I'm keeping my eye on that. That's the only rotation out of any of these storms that I'm seeing right now. But that's pretty strong rotation right there, just southwest of Blue Mound. That will be moving off to the southeast toward Fort Scott. So I'll be keeping an eye on that for just a little bit. And just like that, looked like most of the rotation had dissipated. So just in a matter of just a couple minutes, you had strong rotation. Now you have just very broad rotation, and that's what you're seeing with a lot of these storms in these type of scenarios, is that they're not surface based, they're elevated in nature, meaning there's not a lot of circulation near the ground level, but there is up at 30, 40, 50,000 feet above our heads, and that updraft is what's suspending hail up there to get it so big, and it finally gets so heavy that the updraft can't support it, and it falls down to the ground, to the surface. So, but sometimes that rotation can reach all the way down to the ground for a very short amount of time and can cause some damage and then go right back up again. So that's the type of scenario that we're in tonight. is something like that. That's the reason I've been keeping such a close eye on any kind of rotation in west central Missouri, since a lot of these storms have been they've been small individual thunderstorms. So I've been keeping a real close eye on that. I haven't seen any rotation hardly with any of these cells tonight. So that's fantastic news. Looks like Garden City. Green Ridge has no power. That wouldn't surprise me. That cell, you were like, you had to have been just a couple minutes ahead of it there at Green Ridge, because that was a pretty strong storm to come through there. So we had, I do want to take a look at something here real quick. I'm going to bring over Subby's Weather Talk. This is my webpage for those that maybe not have heard or been onto the website, Subby'sWeatherTalk.com. So we have all the current warnings and watches right here, updated every few seconds. Also have tomorrow's planner, and then we have our severe outlooks right here on the home page. But what we also, that's my YouTube live feed. You can click on that, go right to my feed that I'm doing right now. But what I also have on here, it's under winter weather info, but we can also check on power outages. And I'm curious, at Osage Valley and some of these rural areas, what kind of outages we might be looking at. Actually, quite a few. So it looked like Bates have over 4,900 people out of power right now in Bates County. In Cass County, looked like about 6,600. Now the number out. So there's 500 people in Bates County out. 190 are without power in Henry County. So yeah, this is the total number of people that are served. 17,692 are without power, for a 3% percentage outage. So quite a few outages in Bates County and in Henry County. Let's take a look if Evergy has any. There's the Evergy power outage map. So they have about 2,000 people out right now. Looks like there's several right around the Whiteman Air Force Base, and then kind of sporadic through Bates, Henry, right around Montrose. There's some outages through Evergy as well. So it is affecting quite a few people here in west central Missouri with some power outages. But this is all found here on Subby's Weather Talk. You can also get to the radar. I have some maps and models, some weather news, some cool videos, some other links to the National Weather Service, their storm spotter training, if anybody wants to take it. So a lot of good information right there on the website. Green Ridge clear for the night. You know, I am gonna say that probably our severe chances are really low for the rest of the evening. That's not saying that we could get another strong cell to move in through the night, but for the most part, our severe weather is probably done for the night. I'm still hoping we get some more rainfall, but I do think that most of our severe chances are pretty well done for the night. We're going to be on the cool side. It's dropped. I'm down to 76 degrees here at the house, so a lot of that energy had been wiped out through these storms earlier. So I'm not expecting much more for the rest of the night, other than a few regular, good old-fashioned thunderstorms. Hey, all right, Missy. Glad you did. So that thunderstorm warning for southern Bates County still has another 14 minutes left on it. I am not seeing anything severe in nature at all for southern Bates County. You're pretty well in the clear. Hoping to get some showers and thunderstorms into Appleton City. They've been kind of in the hole here lately. So here in the next about 20 minutes, looks like Clinton and along 7 Highway. There's kind of a train of cells going through Urick right now. Went through Creighton, Garden City. That's moving off to the southeast. Should be in Clinton probably here in the next 20 minutes. Nothing severe. Maybe some little bitty pea-sized hail and some lightning and some moderate rainfall. Looks like we had a report of power out on Old 13 in Clinton. kind of put this into motion here a little bit. A lot of little thunderstorms popping up here and there as well. So this is all good news for the farmers. Some of the areas that have not been hit for quite some time getting some much needed rainfall tonight. This line running right down 7 Highway started up at Harrisonville, Garden City, Creighton, going through Urick, and eventually going to get down here to Clinton. This has been a real dry area all the way up and down this 7 Highway here. So this is great news, seeing some moisture getting it. Good, Katie. Glad you're getting some rainfall finally. Oh, good, Lori. Lori said she got a good inch of rain here. I believe that's around the probably the between the Montrose and Urick area. That's good to hear. I've had a couple of people actually mention, for those that are still hanging here with me tonight, want to know again, asking what apps that is recommended, good weather apps out there. So later on this week, I will do a post on some of the best apps that I know of, and so we'll go over a few of those apps this week. One of my favorite ones that I like is Storm Shield. I've had it for years now. So Storm Shield, that's what you heard going off about every 30 seconds earlier in the live feed here. It wakes me up in the middle of the night. It's loud. You can keep it going while your phone is actually in the silent mode, but yet it will still alert you for any watches or warnings for whatever county that you desire. So Storm Shield is fantastic, and again, right now going to my website, Subby'sWeatherTalk.com, you can save that to your home page. Whether you use Android or you use Apple, you can save it to the home page and it instantly turns it into an app. And just about all the information that you need is right there on the home, or right there on the web page. There's radar, there's the warnings, the watches, a bunch of information is there on the website. So not to toot my own horn, but man, that's a great tool to utilize, is the website. My pleasure, Misty. That's what I'm here for, and I'd love to do it. I hate to see people out. I hate to see people out there on the road during these thunderstorms, because it's so blinding. You just can't see, and especially at night, you can't see the yellow lines. It's very dangerous to be out there when we have these type of heavy rain producers moving through, along with some hail. So glad you made it home. right, so as of right now, we do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings in west central Missouri. Just some good old-fashioned thunderstorms moving through. There's a line of thunderstorms moving down 7 Highway between Garden City and Clinton. Henry County will be getting some of these thunderstorms here in the next few minutes. There are a few more that are building up here to the north and northwest that will be sliding down into west central Missouri. The storms have pushed off to the east from Benton County as well. So I do believe that our severe threat is basically over for the night for west central Missouri. That's not saying we could get a strong storm, might have some small hail, maybe some gusty winds, but our severe threat, I believe, is pretty much over for the evening. So with that in mind, I do believe I will go ahead and end this live feed. I will continue to update via the Facebook group, and if obviously if there's any other warnings here for west central Missouri, I will definitely be updating that as well. I will also be having a post either tomorrow night or maybe tomorrow morning on some of the best apps that are available out there for those that were inquiring tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in. And at one point in time, we had I think we had a little over 100 people in the live feed. So hopefully you got some good information, kept up on the weather. Everybody's going to be happy tomorrow, getting some rainfall. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a personal message, post it in the Facebook group, and I will make sure to answer any of your all's questions. So. Whoa, a tree in Tebow Street in Windsor's on fire. Probably got struck by lightning. It was quite a lightning show here in Clinton. I know it was for a lot of places. So anybody have rainfall totals, send them my way. Any pictures of any kind of damage or tree limbs down, anything like that, make sure you send them my way. And I'd move all those over to the National Weather Service. That kind of helps them in determining on what they have been seeing on radar versus what was actually happening on the ground level. So any info you guys can give me, that'd be great. And I will be updating tomorrow on the potential for some severe weather coming back into west central Missouri on Friday afternoon and Friday night. Have a great evening, everybody.